Uh, is the voice clear now? Can you see? Can you hear me clearly, everyone? Can you just ping me first whether you can hear me or not? Am I audible to everyone? So once you let me know, then I'll start the session. Am I audible? Okay, fine. Shelly, thank you very much for that update. Okay, so good evening to everyone. Welcome to Global Online, and here we are back with our NTA UGC Net Paper 1 preparation for batch 2022. And we are doing our crash course series, but we have a bit of change this week. We are doing crash course concept series, and we have taken a unit that is higher education system. Yesterday we did one topic. Today we are going to do in detail two commissions, that is Radhakrishnan Commission and Kothari Commission. Before that, some questions I have set based on yesterday's lecture, not more, but 3 questions I have brought. Let me see whether you can attempt those questions or not. Sorry. Yes. So before we go ahead, a very important announcement. Tomorrow is 23rd, and tomorrow we have an All India Scholarships test. Basically, this test is for all the students, where you can attempt this test at 6 p.m. and it will be consisting of 50 questions, which will be for 100 marks. And this is a replica of your examination. The only plus point over here is whatever score you have, you will be getting a discount of that much amount. So if your score is 100%, your discount is 100%. Fees is 3,500. For this, you can download the app and get yourself registered and be prepared. In case if you have any doubt, you can please ping on this WhatsApp number and sort out your query. But it is important that you have to attempt this test tomorrow at 6 p.m. only, and immediately after the test you have to send the screenshot on the given WhatsApp number for the concession. Okay. Any doubt which I may not be able to clarify, you can ping on the WhatsApp number and get it sorted out. Yes, good evening everyone, those who have started late. Now, what we have for UGC Net Paper 1, that is, we have a complete crash course. A new crash course will start from 27th of June, which consists of daily live lectures, notes, that is revision notes in the PDF format, last 10-year question papers, test series which comprises of 2,500 questions, which you get or which you can avail on Global Online app, or you can ping us on the WhatsApp number. If you want to go on Global Online app, you can download with the help of Google Play Store. Registered yourself with the mobile number. You will get this interface, and once you click on the course, you will get the content with all the folders and the theory lectures, MCQ notes, mock test, evaluation test. Today also I have set an evaluation test. The code is HES008. Evaluation test is just a practice, a motivation to yourself, or to boost to yourself that yes, you can, your regular practice is there. Apart from this, we have paper 2 notes and MCQ available. Your paper 2 subjects are listed on the screen. You can check those, and the fees is 1,500. In case if you are interested, you can ping us on the WhatsApp number. So that's all related to Global Online courses. Now we are going to start with our unit. A very good evening to everyone. Before we start, there are few questions based on yesterday's lecture. So let me see whether you can do that questions or not, and then we will start with our 2 commissions in detail. Okay. So total number of questions are 5 for this unit. Total number of marks are 10. Syllabus, if you see, every part of the syllabus is very important. So you definitely get question on higher learning education, either in ancient India or post-independence India. Oriental convention and non-convention learning program, there is a question in this recent cycle. Definitely the question is seen. Professional, technical and skill-based education, also there is a question. Value education and environmental education, yes, it is a new topic added, and there is a question. On environmental education, I have done one topic recently, environmental awareness, aptitude, value. So revise that and go. That is very, very important. And policies, governance and administration, based on which I have taken current affair also. So you can revise that also. So now the next slide is of the question. I hope everyone is ready for the question. Just ensure that you are reading it properly and coming to the answer. Okay. So here is your first question. Which of the following British Act provided for an annual expenditure for the revival and promotion of literature and encouragement of then learned natives of India for introduction and promotion of knowledge of science among the inhabitants of British territories. Now see, the question, they have made it very complicated. So, this is how you can't bit predict. So you're revising things, attending the classes. If you're following us, it's well and good. If you're following any other channel, but stick to one source and ensure that you are doing everything, very properly. So as some students requested the question is on screen. I'll read the question for you. Which of the following British Act provided an annual expenditure for the revival and promotion of literature and encouragement of the natives of India with knowledge of science among the inhabitants of British territories? So which was a provision, whether it was Indian universities, whether it was Sadler University Commission, whether it was Hunter, or whether it was Charter Act. Okay, Romy scholarship, no, there is no fees for scholarship. For attempting college scholarship, there is no fees. Okay, so you can just ping on the WhatsApp number, and if you still have any queries, you can just get into touch with them and you can attempt the scholarship. Okay, yes, question number 1, everyone, what happened? Still the thinking is going on. I know the question is from a very interior part they have taken, but hope, let me see. Yes, DB, okay, D, okay. I'm just waiting for everyone to answer. I'm just checking how many of you are answering. Okay. But if you, in one of the book I was reading this, that time, this concept was added. Some books have little detailed parts, some are not. But yes, let me see now the answer. So which of the British Act has included or provides the annual expenditure for the encouragement of natives of India? So the act under which it is given is the Charter Act 1813. Okay, so it is given. Now the Charter Act describes that there is an annual expenditure, and the annual expenditure amount is rupees 1 lakh. Okay, for the promotion and revival of literature and encouragement with respect to promotion of knowledge of science and inhabitants. If you remember, scientific knowledge, one point was there in the Charter Act also we did. That was the first sentence in my Cripps notes. So that's the reason I told you that notes are also going to help you. You need to link those notes very carefully. So see, this is, this is the impact of small concepts. If you're doing your answers, you can't really have no idea from where the topic has been taken and which part of the question has been framed. So please remember, so under the Charter Act, now just remember, under the Charter Act, the expenditure is maintained, that is 1 lakh rupees for the promotion and encouragement of, knowledge of science. So at least the keywords you remember in order to come to the right answer. Fine. Let's go to question number 2. We have done this. I think everyone should be right for this question, but still, it is considered as the statements are given and you need to identify which are the correct statements. So it is considered as Magna Carta of English education in India. It is declared that it declared that the aim of government's educational policy was teaching the Western education. So which statement is correct? And it is basically about Wood's Dispatch Commission. So only one, only two, on both 1 and 2, or neither 1 and 2. So which of the given statement, the statements are related to Wood Dispatch Commission. So which of them are correct? Whether it is statement number 1, whether it is statement number 2, whether it is both, or whether it is neither. Now this also was included in my notes yesterday, and I hope you should remember this very well. Because as I said, here you can't do any type of guessing work. Your guessing work is not going to be useful at all. So you need to be very careful for this. Those who have, remembered the points yesterday, for them it will be easy to come to the question and the answer. If not, then they will make a mistake. So yes, very good. So it is considered as a Magna Carta. If you remember, we have done this yesterday very well. And it has declared the aim, that is teaching of Western education. So Wood Dispatch Committee on Education, now this has considered Magna Carta of English education in India. At the same time, it has declared, it is aiming at Western education, and it has 3 universities. So that universities also I told you with the number of years. All are in 1857 with a different date. That is Calcutta, Madras, Bombay. From this, even the question of this 3 university comes, and they add Delhi. So Delhi is odd man out. So during this Wood dispatch, it was only the University of Calcutta, Madras and Bombay. Is it clear? Okay. So please remember the questions, how they are coming. You are supposed to be prepared and do it. Romy, it is both. Option C is the right answer. Yes. CBM. So you have acronym. You can decide on your own what acronym you want to fix. Going to question number 3 now. Okay, I didn't give the number because it's random question I have picked up. Which of the following, now see, which of the following act, which of the following plan, which of the following scheme, which of the following commission of British envisages, that is, tells about the introduction of universal, free and compulsory education. It means forecast the education of universal, that is universal, free and compulsory education from the age group of 6 to 14. So whether it is Sargent Commission, plan, whether it is Varda scheme, whether it is Indian universities, whether it is Hunter Education Commission. 5th September, okay, it was yesterday, 24th Jan and 18th July. I hope you have written and taken it down, or it was in your notes earlier only, because yesterday also I have given you the dates for the same, no? Yes. Question number 3 is about which scheme or which commission has given, which commission gives the free and compulsory education between the age group of 6 to 14. You have to tell that which are the following commissions. So the list is given below. You have to pick up, the right one and tell. Varda scheme. Okay. Answers are coming right, wrong, both are there. Okay. 1 hour and fine. Okay, question number 3, all mixed answers are coming. I'm purposely waiting. Let me check how many of you are going correctly, how many of you are going wrong. Everyone has given B, C also is given. B is also given. Majority of them have answered B. So the answer is neither B nor C. It is Sargent plan of education. No one has a basic education. See, it is, it is not about basic education. It is basically an education which is comprising from the age group. Yesterday in my notes, this point was mentioned for Sargent plan with an H. So it is the plan which forecasts the establishment of elementary schools, okay, and high schools, the introduction of universal, free and compulsory education for the age group between 6 and 14, okay. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, that is under, yes, during RUSA topic we have done also Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Madhyamik and Uchchatar, but here it is under the plan of Sargent. Yes, it is confusion. No, see, I'll tell you one thing very well. Yesterday unless and until you do not revise this on a regular basis till the time of examination, and as you said, in fact, Shabna, you only said to made a chart, okay? That's how you have to plan out the things very well. Otherwise, this is going to put a confusion only. Let me take any number of lectures, let me do any number of questions. This is not going to fix you out. So you have to be very careful regarding this. I'm telling, see, I know that there are a lot of things at my end also, because not coming up with the chart, but let me try, at least I can break the commissions and come up. But you need to, any type of question is expected, so you need to be prepared yourself best, with all your preparation, especially with revision. Okay, I was knowing this will definitely come as wrong, the question, so be careful. And revision is the only option. Now you need to understand based on your capacity how many revisions you need and at what interval do you need the revision. Okay, now I hope this is completed. Let's come to the topic for the day. Tomorrow also I'll bring some questions. See, do not let yourself down. I mean to say, immediately when the question goes wrong, and even if you're prepared, your morale goes down. See, you have to keep your energy spirit high. I have vlogged Princey, I have vlogged, it is an everyday headache. So just leave, some people are getting fun with all this. You from your end also block and just let's go ahead. Because I don't know, the person is an expertised in IT or I guess. Even after blocking it comes on the channel also it has been blocked, okay? Yes, so what I was telling is that, see, like for example, this is a very sensitive time now. Maybe you people have really worked hard for last 6 months, and any question coming in front of you, you're not able to answer, or your morale is going down, you're not getting a motivation. So for a time being, just leave it aside and just go with your preparation. That's the only thing. A good amount of revision will definitely give you a good amount of confidence. Fine. So yes, so let's start with Radhakrishnan Commission. Now, there is no question now, there is only theory now. There are two commissions which I am going to discuss, so there is no question in any of the slide. We are going to just discuss these points very well, okay? So Radhakrishnan Commission, that is 1948 and 1949. So first, basically, let's understand who has initiated this. So an academician philosopher, that is Dr. Radhakrishnan, was one of the most influential Indian thinker, and he was the one to initiate this particular commission. So the Radhakrishnan was chairman of University Education Commission, which is also known as, so Radhakrishnan Commission officially is also known as University Education Commission. Now see, some points are important. I have put some points, but every point is not important. Some you can just drop it. Some important points I have just highlighted. So after independence, the first action of great significance to be taken by the government of India in the field of education was the appointment of University Education Commission. So the official name of Radhakrishnan Commission is also called as University Education Commission, and the first meeting of that was held on 6th of December 1948. Okay, so official meeting was conducted on 6th of December 1948. Now, let's understand certain aims. Now, this particular slide was brought because you can definitely get some statement questions from here. Okay, so you should at least know what are the major observations and recommendations. There is a next slide, but aims of this particular education is basically to teach that life has a meaning, to awaken the innate. Innate, it means the natural ability to live the life, with wisdom. So just keep important points in mind. I am not expecting, not telling you to learn everything by heart. Just remember, just go through the content properly. To acquaint social philosophy, which should govern all over institutions, that is the educational as well as economic and political. To train for democracy. So just keep this important concepts or key terms. Life has a meaning. Natural ability should give an importance. Democracy should be trained. Development, it also gave importance to self-development. It also gave importance to the values like fearlessness mind, strength, integrity and purpose. To acquaint with cultural heritage, to enable to know that education is a lifelong process. So life has a meaning, that is lifelong process. You can just link it in that way. To understand, to develop the understanding of present and past, and to impart vocational and professional training. So this is, this is something very uncommon in this particular aim. So you should remember this vocational. I told you vocational is for the purpose of employment, and professional training, that is skill development. So these are the aims. This you can get in the form of statement questions in case if they go in deep. Okay. Now there are certain recommendations in detail. Now where I have given, heading wise. I mean to say, like yesterday as one of the student has discussed, the Radhakrishnan Commission has given the structure of education, which includes 3 years of college education, but that is 11 schooling plus, 3 years university. So during that time or during those period, 10th, after it, 10th was not the final, it was 11. And after that 3 years of university was considered. So it was 11 plus 3 pattern, or you can say structure. Okay. Teaching standards. So under this commission, the teacher should adopt new teaching methods. Academic and financial position of university teachers must be improved. That was one of the recommendation. Leave for higher education in India and abroad was granted. Promotion for the teachers should be based on merit. So see, I have given for your easy understanding, I have set, the headings. So it becomes easier for you to remember. So structure of education, you have to remember 11 plus 3 years. Teacher standard, that was, adapting new method, or it was financial position, okay, or as well as, leave for higher education and promotion. So this was, this is basically it becomes easier to remember. Coming next to the method of teaching, where it was student interaction. So basically it was from the student point of view, including tutorial system. So when I say student, it means one-to-one interaction was, given. 10 years for school, 3 years for college. Yes, so that was 10 plus 3. Okay. So one-to-one interaction. So method of teaching basically focused on what? It was focused on one-to-one interaction. So this one-to-one interaction, it means student interaction, and more importance was given to a tutorial system. Now why tutorial system? Because this is a system wherein you can get an access to one-to-one interaction. Fine. Examination reforms. So under examination reforms, it was basically continuous evaluation. So you can use, formative method. So you can get a question on Radhakrishnan Commission, which method was, implemented. So it was continuous. It means a formative evaluation. Objective type of question should be included in examination. Internal assessment should be, introduced, and oral examination should be taken. So basically, how was the examination reform which was recommended by Radhakrishnan Commission? Formative evaluation, objective questions, internal assessment, and oral examination. Coming next to religious and moral education. So yes, they give importance by what? By developing the spirit of tolerance and secularism. So it is secular state or secular country where it gives importance to every, religion. So that you have to keep in mind. The curriculum should have its base on Indian history and philosophy. So there should be the roots of Indian history and philosophy under what? Under the religious and moral education. Coming to the medium of instruction under this commission, so it was learning, teaching and writing exam should be in one's mother tongue itself. So, they emphasized on mother tongue. The textbook should be prepared in respective of mother tongue itself. So, understanding the mother tongue was the base as per this commission, and that was the recommendation given. Then, introduction of UGC, that is University Grant Commission, should be appointed to supervise the universities all over India and to allocate the funds for its functioning. So yes, it gave scope to university education, not only by the appointment, but also in the form of supervision and functioning. Admission procedure. Now see, here the word was used, scientific procedure. Okay, that is Radhakrishnan is also there, and in our charter is also there. So don't get confused. So when you are making a chart, you can write in both. Scientific selection or scientific knowledge for selection was given, and appointment of the teachers was also based on the merit. So you have to, you can recall the points in easiest format. Now, teacher education and training. So importance was given to practice of teaching in schools. While evaluating the work of students, special attention should be given to the success in teaching work. It means what exactly is been taught, and based on that, how is evaluation conducted, that should be correlated. Only suitable schools should be selected for practice of teaching. So this is basically, for teacher education. Okay, like for example, now those who have done B.Ed or those who have any idea, you have, that micro teaching and macro teaching in which is conducted. It's a part of your B.Ed assessment. Okay, so for that, specific schools should be selected. Attention should be given, how the methodology is, what is the training process given, and based on that only, the next decision should be taken. So that they gave importance to, to the teacher training, that is your micro lessons as well as macro and micro teaching. Moral instruction. At every stage of educational system, moral instruction should be imparted, that is moral values of all religions should be given. Now if you remember, in teaching aptitude, okay, there were certain questions on moral values. So that roots are, imparted through the school itself, and which should go through higher education. So moral education or moral instruction is an important part of education. So whether it is a school education or whether it is a higher education, but it should be imparted. Okay. Educational standards. So when we talk about the educational standard among the students, the age of admission of the colleges should be increased. So this was, not basically, it was not to burdenize the child. Eligibility, only eligible students should be admitted to the courses, that time that is arts and science courses in the colleges. It should not have any such biasness when it comes to the eligibility criteria of education, that is for the admission purpose. So here also there were a lot of restrictions put. Standard of teacher. Now yes, for teacher standards, well disciplined talented teachers should be employed in the educational institutions. 4 categories of university teachers were described, that is professors, readers, lecturers and instruction. Promotion of the teachers should be based only and only on merit. At the same time, the recommendation was for rural universities also. It recommended establishing rural universities surrounded by rural colleges to facilitate rural reconstruction with special reference to agriculture and industry. So it means that along with rest of the education system, even the rural universities were taken or given an equal importance. Students activities and welfare. So yes, all universities must have health service. Now though it is they have written as hospital, but it indicates health service, medical checkup, sanitary inspection, compulsory education, physical training and an NCC training. Apart from that, women education, that is university commission suggested for providing the facilities to women colleges and universities as provided to men colleges and universities. So basically women should be given equal right for education. Okay, now see, many of the books have in fact this is what I was searching, I got none of the book has this different type of headings. Under recommendations you have, I mean to say little bit of information I've got segregated part, but this can be little bit easier to remember. So any question coming in statement format, it is basically this type of notes can help you. Now I'm not expecting you to write each and every slide for this. Now I'll just go back just a minute, I'll just tell you how to remember this now in case you are you're writing the notes. So let me first conclude this. So basically Radhakrishnan Commission took an account the entire aspect of the university education. So keep this point in mind, that is university education, and it made recommendations just to ensure that there is a harmony with respect to Oriental and the Occidental cultures. It means the cultures should not be given away. So now if you remember, if you go back, okay, I'll just take your 2 minutes again. Now see, this was the slide which we started from, Radhakrishnan Commission. Okay, so now how you need to remember. I'm not telling you to come back to this video again. In fact, don't do that, you will be wasting your time. Okay, even if you're reading from the book, okay, what you're supposed to do is that Radhakrishnan Commission, now some students, Shelly also has stated that it is very difficult. The reason why it is difficult, because you are not reading it very carefully for the first time. See, now we don't have time, I can understand, I won't advise you also on this, but whenever you're reading a topic, the first reading should be deep reading, then it helps you to understand the things very quickly. So now if you're talking about Radhakrishnan Commission, what you have to keep in mind, first of all the year. Okay, this for match the following, this can come. What was the official name? So official name also you should remember. Okay, then when the first meeting you remember, because any deep question can come, so you have to remember this very well. Okay, going ahead, now see this particular slide, when I brought this slide, I told you very clearly that this slide is just to make sure that any statement question comes, you should be able to correlate. So now in this slide, what did you learn? What is the aim? So basically life has meaning and the education should go lifelong. So I said that you connect it togetherly. Then democracy, self-development. Now when you talk about democracy, self-development, fearlessness or strength, integrity, that is all associated. So self-development you can add on keeping the points. From job point of view, vocational and professional training was important. Natural ability, okay, for development. So if you want to develop as per this commission, natural ability was also given importance. Culture was also given a space. Okay, in conclusion also we saw that culture really has to be preserved, and for them past and present, okay, understanding the past and present was very important. So this is what you study. Then going on individually, structure, I told it is very important, you have to keep this in mind. Teaching standards. So now when you talk about teaching standards, it has to be in such a way that promotion is based on merit. So you just keep merit point in mind. So for merit, definitely quality education, improvement of the teacher is all important. Otherwise this merit will not come. Coming to the methods, it is student interaction. So I said student interaction through the way of tutorial, that is one-to-one interaction. For examination, you just keep evaluation in mind because they focused mainly on formative evaluation. So that you can keep in mind. Coming to religion, moral, I told you culture was very important for them. So that inculcation was there in this particular commission. Mother tongue was given another importance, so medium of instruction, so they emphasized a lot on mother tongue. UGC, yes, functioning was, UGC was appointed to supervise the overall functioning. Scientific procedure, why? Because the merit will definitely come with the scientific procedure selection. Teacher education, yes, micro and macro teaching was given importance with selected, schools, colleges. Instructions, through instructions, I told you instructions you add with religion because this talks about religion only. Educational standards, that is the age and the selection completely on the merit basis. Standards of teachers also has to be set. Rural universities were given equal importance, and for the students activity, health along with women education was given an important scope, and that's how we concluded the commission. See now, this is what exactly the framework is. Now I know that the questions are coming in any deep format, or you have that concern, but still, once, that is, if you read it with full concentration, keeping away all your distraction, I feel that 80% of reading you do. Now the 20% comes with your revision. So you have to just ensure that it is properly revised, it is properly you're coming back with a proper revision, and you're doing your best after a regular interval. Is it clear? Yes. Pankaj, what is your doubt? You just wrote NSS. What exactly you mean? Means you're talking about what? I definitely feel it will not be full form, but what exactly you mean to say? So if you can come ahead, it will help me to sort out your doubt. Okay. Now, yes. Next is just a second. I'll just check my messages. Okay. Now when we talk about the next part, okay, the next part, as I said, we brought up is your the Kothari commission. Okay, just a minute, Pankaj, if you can, I was just waiting. One is expected, Mandakini, one is expected from this. Definitely one can come. So I have told you always the weightage also I keep on telling. See, value education, one question comes. Then you have this committee or commission's report, one question comes. Your professional and skill based education, one question comes. From ancient, one question comes, and a current affair. So these 5 questions I have given you the bifurcation or the weightage as per the syllabus. Okay, Pankaj, I didn't actually read the message properly, so was a bit confused. Okay, so yes. Coming to the next is your Kothari Commission, which was formed on 14th of July 1964 under the chairman of Dr. Kothari, which is also known as Kothari Commission, and the official name is National Education Commission 1964. Official name for Radhakrishnan also I told commission. Official name for this also I have described. Okay, official names also please keep in mind, there were questions formed on this. So formed in the year 1964, the first report was submitted in 1966, June 29, chairman, that is Dr. Kothari. Members you will not get, but I was having the details, so I have just added it. Now this purpose, this is very important, this small statement also can help you out. So to remove the defects in the existing education system was the main aim of this commission. Okay. Now, so what are the important objectives? I have just bolded it. I should have colored it out. Sorry, I didn't do that, but okay, fine. let's see what are the important objectives. So of Kothari Commission, some of the important objectives which are listed: to provide policies and guidelines, basically that is the rules and regulations for the development. So now please try to understand the purpose is what? To remove the defects. Okay, it means, it indicates that it has to, there was a stagnant, stagnant phase. So to remove that stagnant phase, it was important to go ahead. So for the first very important thing was to make a policy or guideline which will help, the development, okay, which will help improvement or moving ahead. To evolve and find out a general pattern of education, to examine every aspect of Indian education sector. Now this also, why the aspect of education sector? Because it was basically for the development. So every aspect should be referred so that development is properly happening. Although Kothari Commission, now see, this is very important thing you have to keep in mind. Baspa Devamma, I'm just coming to your doubt, just 2 minutes, okay? So according to Kothari Commission, which was established to review the entire education sector, but they gave importance to two main domains, okay? That was the legal and the medical, the important domains were left out, that is illegal and the medical education. So this, keep in mind, sometimes this, they can form some question out of this. So you have to be very careful which two domains. If I'm not wrong, this I have seen in one of the previous year question paper, this bit very old syllabus. So this question was there. So you should be keeping in mind this particular point. Okay. Reference book for paper 1. See, if you see KVS Madan's book, I also refer that. It is very much in detail. Everything is there. You have a PDF also of latest version. You can go with that only. Everything properly. Yes, you can go with that. And even I am referring that book, but only thing is that you have to have a target of completing that book. That is very important. Okay, now you can see a long list. This is again just a recommendation. We are going to go with common recommendation, but the 23 recommendations which were given basically to remove the obstacles or to go for development. The first recommendation was to remove the defects. To list down the aims of education, methods of education, the textbook, the curriculum, means in this field, okay, there has to be, improvement. Educational structure, physical welfare, education on women, guidance and counseling, supervision, inspection, the 3 language formula which we are going to see ahead, distance education, selective admission, vocational education, moral and religion, university at autonomy, teacher education, adult education, aims, objectives and functioning, which should be revised, administrative problems, work experience and higher education. So basically these were the 23 areas which were recommended for what? For the development. So this 23 areas had to be looked into in order to remove all the obstacles and go for what? Go for the development. Okay. Now, so basically all these points I have clubbed into one, and they are here now. Okay, so we will go through them. How to assess the PDF? For that, PDF is paid, Romy. So you have to go for the paid course of PDF for this notes. Okay, so now let's see here one by one. Now here see, provision of free and compulsory education, that is free and compulsory education was also recommended by them at the age group of 6 to 14. Okay, free and compulsory education. Languages, the 3 language formula. It means it was very important. So remember this can come as a statement question. I gave you in the recommendation also 3 language formula. What was that? So it's intended to promote a language of southern states in Hindi speaking states. Okay. It intended to promote English, Hindi and a regional language in the non-Hindi speaking states. So please keep this point in mind very well, because this can be a statement of confusion for you to get confused. So what is the 3 language formula? In the non-Hindi speaking state, English, Hindi and regional, and Hindi, that is to promote the southern state in the Hindi speaking state. So that you have to keep in mind very well. Okay. It also provided it promoted regional languages, Sanskrit as well as international languages, preferably English. So Sanskrit and English was given importance. it also recommended favorable and adequate service conditions for teachers and providing them with the freedom to conduct and publish those findings. So basically it, gave them an autonomy for teaching. Okay. To promote social justice, the Kothari Commission focused on girls' education, that is women's education, education to backward classes, to the tribal people, physically and mentally handicapped children. So apart from girls' education, it also was, close to giving the education not only to the backward classes, to the tribal people, but also to the physically challenged children. As maths and science are integral part of any nation, they recommended maths and science as an integral part of education. Okay. Now, Shabna, I'll just read your doubt. Just let me first complete this. I'll come to it. Okay. The commission recommended reforms to improve education at university by paying special attention to postgraduate research. Okay. So research was given importance, training, library facilities, laboratories and funds. So these was basically the main recommendations, important recommendations which were brought by whom? Which were brought by the Kothari Commission. Shabna, okay, vocationalization, you are having doubt. So basically, whenever they, UGC, the NTA NET will not put themselves and fix. They will not keep you in dilemma questions, because you students can challenge those questions and they will be in problem. So they are very clear with such questions. Either they will give you a different hint or a complete question, but they will definitely not, it rarely happens, very rarely, they will not create such confusions. Okay, so you have to be very careful, because they themselves will be, they do not want to get into all these problems, so they themselves will be free. So there is very less chances of coming with such confusions in the question. It will be clear, indication. So they will add one such point which is not, which is uncommon in both of the commissions. Got it? Okay. Now, so the results of the Kothari Commission. So the Kothari Commission system, the education system at the national level was aligned. The pattern which they decided was 10 plus 2 plus 3. Okay. Now, one of the most important recommendation was the national policy on education. Now this national policy was, the 1986 policy. Now it was influenced by the recommendations of Kothari Commission. Fine. As per the recommendations by Kothari Commission, now this is also very important for the statement question. Please remember this point. This is, as I said, when I'm saying it is important, at least give some extra attention to that. The education sector in India was stratified. It means divided into various strata, that is national bodies, state bodies and central board, which was as per the recommendation of Kothari Commission. This question or the statement is not yet explored. So you have to be very careful for these questions. Okay. Spam messages, please everyone, I request you block, because I am blocking on the channel behalf, but still it is, it is irritating. Leave it, don't go much into that. Okay, so this one particular topic you should be very careful, that is stratification, strata divided into what? National bodies, state bodies and central bodies. Okay, so yes, this is what 2 points we have done very well. See, I know this, some students are very quiet, some regular students are tensed, that's so much to remember, but see, I'm trying my level best so that you do not have to take extra time and sit. Whatever we discuss in the class, you just have to take an efforts to make notes. That's all. Okay. If you, and I don't want you to see this video again, because again it is a waste of time. Already you have sat with me for 55 minutes, almost an hour. So make sure that whenever we are during this concept classes, you write and take the things very well, a Crips notes, and then you can just keep on revising. Is it clear? Okay, remember tomorrow you have this scholarship test. If anyone, I'll just put the slide. Anyone, if it is interested, please attend. Your scores will decide. See, there is no harm in attempting. The choice is yours. If you get 100% score, you will get certain things free. Means the entire course you will get free. So you can try and give your best. At least you can understand what is basically your preparation level. A retirement is not there. That was a ratio. Okay. Renu, sorry, I just missed your 2 messages. Okay, thank you very much. This all thanks to my BA training. That was perfectly done. Fine, so tomorrow we can, any GK from higher education? Tinku, I have done that current affairs on Monday. In the Monday class with respect to higher education, I have done. So you can just refer there also. Okay. So yes, thank you everyone. Tomorrow let me see something more important concepts I'll come up with. So we will do that in detail. I'm planning education policy 2020 also, but before that let me see something more important. I'll take that tomorrow. Okay. Thank you everyone. See you in tomorrow's class. Keep revising, keep doing your preparation well. Thank you.